Hi, everyone. Thanks for taking the time to view my teacher narrative. I hope that it gives you some insight into who I am and what makes me the teacher that I am today. I'm Taryn Henry, and this is my teacher narrative. So, who I am and where do I come from? I was born on March 5th, 1990, and I was born into a proud Métis family. Both my mom and dad are Métis. I have two full brothers, a half brother, three half sisters, and all of my siblings have blessed me with 10 nieces and nephews. Métis politics has always been a part of my parents' interests. However, my parents separated when I was roughly 15, and my dad kept on with his passion for Métis politics. And my mom took a step back and raised myself and my three brothers. My father hasn't really been in the picture for about 14 years, but nonetheless, I'm very close with my brothers and my mom's side of the family, and there's nothing more I love than spending time with them. My family has taught me love and closeness and friendship, laughter, and honesty. My family is truly amazing and really important to me. So I vividly remember every teacher that I had in elementary school. Each teacher taught me something different, and they taught me things that now reflect into my teaching practices today. My kindergarten teacher taught me the importance of having fun, and she was young and spunky and full of life. She made every day feel like it was the most exciting day of the year, and those are the days I found most memorable. And I try to instill that in my classroom now. I want every day to be memorable in a positive way. My grade 1 teacher taught me the importance of wanting to be a teacher. She was so dedicated to her career and showed us that every day and talked about how much she loved coming to work. And that's why today I let my students know how much I love my job and I love working with them so they feel important, because they are. My grade 2 teacher taught me the importance of humor. She consistently told jokes and made light of dark situations and made being at school a little bit brighter. And this is something I try to do in my classroom today too. I feel it helps my students feel more comfortable and it builds positive relationships and respect. My grade 3 top teacher taught me the importance of kindness and respect, but probably not in the way you expect. From what I remember, my grade 3 teacher was actually quite rude and quite mean and often disrespectful to us students and others as well. And often she had really snarky remarks and barked back at people. And I just remember that so vividly because it still upsets me. And I vowed I would never be like her. My grade 4 teacher was the sweetest. She consistently was apologizing to us, and every time she pronounced a word wrong or how she accidentally dropped something. And she always told us that if we ever made a mistake, it was okay. And just acknowledge the fact that it was a mistake and don't let it bring us down and just move on. And this has become helpful in my teaching career currently because so many students need to see that sometimes we just need a second chance to succeed. My grade 5 teacher taught me the importance of sharing stories. She always opened up and told us stories about her weekend, about her past, about her family, about her struggles. And it really helped us get to know her and figure out that even though she was stern, she had a heart and she had struggles just like us. And her stories and lessons taught us and made us feel like we belonged in the room. And I try to do this with my classroom now as well, sharing my experiences so that students can feel welcome and like they belong and they're understood. My grade 6 teacher taught me the importance of making connections. She was a teacher who I never connected with, and I almost felt no joy when I would go to school. I went from grade 5 feeling like I was in my happy place to grade 6, and I was just there for the sake of being there. I now make it a priority to get my get to know my students and create that connection. So hopefully they feel like they want to come to school and they feel like they have a purpose here. My grade 7 teacher taught me the importance of patience. We had many, many behavior students in my grade 7 class, and my teacher always found a way to find the positive in every situation. She always came across an issue feeling calm, cool, and collected, or at least she looked like it. And this has been particularly helpful now in my teaching career because I often use her as a reminder to cool my jets and just remember that students are just kids and they need a little bit of calm in their life too. My grade 8 teacher taught me the importance of independence. No matter what the assignments we had to work on, he always let my friends and I work downstairs in the community room where there was snacks, a big comfy couch, big screen TV to watch much music on. And this is probably the time where we got our most academic discussions in and that were authentic and genuine. So often the independence is guided in my classroom. However, students slowly learn how to do things on their own in a productive way. And I owe it all to my grade 8 teacher. So high school taught me that you can't control everything. And I don't really remember a whole lot about high school, but what I do remember is so many people came from so many different places, and I constantly saw teachers stressing about students' home lives or students didn't do homework or and I just realized that with my students, when they come to school upset or they come to school down, I don't get upset about it. I just know that I can't control everything. So instead we talk about things and we carry on. And sometimes letting them know that I'm there for them and it'll be okay means more than finishing a question or an assignment. So I went to school or university at Suntep, and once I started university, I quickly realized that I was on the right path, and it showed me that the choices I make are important. I now think twice about everything that I do in my class. University was so important, and it helped me become more in tune with my Métis culture, and it showed me about the importance of culture in classrooms as well. So a big part of my life is my boyfriend Corey. He's one of the most generous, kind, thoughtful people that you could ever meet. So we met back in May of 2016. He's generous and he's kind and he's thoughtful. And he's taught me what it means to be selfless and expect nothing in return from anybody. Because what you give is what you're going to get, right? So being selfless permeates into my life and into my teaching because meeting the basic needs of my students and being there for them is far more important than teaching them that perfect reading strategy. And sometimes we just need to think of them before any learning can occur. Today, I'm continuing my education and I'm wanting to learn more. I'm taking every bit of knowledge in that I can, and I'm constantly learning. My teaching practices are now mainly student oriented. I try to nurture the whole student physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually whenever possible. And I believe true learning occurs when a student feels whole, they feel balanced. And I've been doing a lot of learning to see what else I can bring into my teaching practices and ensure that my students are successful. So I hope that I will solidify my practices and my teachings and encourage others to nurture that whole student as well and pass on the lessons that I've learned from my former teachers. But for now, I'll continue my learning journey and continue to be inspired and be somebody who makes everybody feel like a somebody. Thanks for watching.